bags. I'm Dr. Who. This is Accounting as a Joke, where accounting makes sense so you can make dollars. Today we're going to take a look at a walkthrough exercise of how to properly journalize by utilizing an invoice. So if you're unfamiliar to inventory, don't fret, gang. I dropped a link to get you up to speed in no time. So with that being said, let's get it. So it tells us Kingston Tire uses the Perpetual inventory system. Kingston Tires received the following invoice from the supplier, Fields Distribution. So it tells us to journalize the transaction required by Kingston Tires on September 23rd. Do not round the numbers to the nearest dollar. Assume the tires was purchased on the account. Alright, gang, so we're about to make a couple of journal entries based on inventory, and we're going to use this time an actual version of an invoice. So let's take a look at this invoice. Okay, so this invoice is from Fields Distribution, and it was sold to Kingston Tires. And so if I'm not mistaken, we're Kingston Tires, so we are the purchaser in this particular transaction. So the invoice date was September 23rd. We have some discount terms we see over here of 110 net 30, which means that if we pay within 10 days from the initial invoice date, we get a 1% discount on whatever we pay for. And then they give us some information about what was purchased. So we bought a couple of items, 3 items to be this exact, with various quantities and prices. And so they gave us 2 different amounts, right? But they also gave us 2 different dates. So obviously, if we pay within October 3rd, we're going to get a discount, right? So that would be the discount amount of $920.30. But if we pay after the discount, as you can see between October 4th through the 23rd, we have to pay the gross amount of the initial sale, which was $929.60. Easy breezy, gang. So let's rock and roll. So they want us to journalize the transaction required by Kingston, which is us, who are purchasers, on September 23rd. So based on the invoice, we know that we purchased the items on September 23rd and we bought it on account. So we're going to debit inventory and credit accounts payable for the full amount, $929.60. We're going to check the answer. Nice work, gang. Then it tells us to journalize the return on Kingston's books on September 28th of the D39X4 radios, which was ordered by mistake. So let's look back at our invoice, and obviously that's the very first item. So it seems as though we were shipped 4 at a unit price of $38.12 with a total amount of $152.48. So this is obviously a purchase return, and since we're on the purchasing side, we know it's going to affect inventory. So we're going to debit accounts payable and credit merchandise inventory for the $152.48. We're going to check the answer. Nice work, gang. And last but not least, they want us to journalize the payment on October 1st to Fields Distribution. All right, gang. So remember, if we look back at this particular invoice, we realize that the initial date was September 23rd. We had a 110 net 30 discount term offered, and now we're making the payment on the 1st of October. So we are in the discount terms, gang. So we know that our total amount will be minus the discount. However, we made a return, gang, so that will affect the total amount that we actually owe. So we started out owing $929.60 in our accounts payable, but we made a return for a particular set of inventory at the cost of $152.48. So if we subtract the two, our total amount owed in accounts payable is $777.12. However, gang, we paid within the discount terms, so that will not be the cash amount that we're going to pay. Our total cash amount is going to be equal to $777.12 minus that 1% discount, which will give us a total of $769.35. Therefore, we're going to reduce our accounts payable from the books at the gross amount of $777.12. We're going to credit cash for the discounted amount, which we've already calculated, of $769.35. And we know that we received a discount, thus decreasing the cost of our inventory gain. Therefore, we must reduce our inventory on the books via credit inventory for the discounted amount of $7.77. We're going to check our answer. Beautiful work, gang. So there you have it. A quick and to the point illustration of how to utilize the invoice and make the proper recordings of the transaction. If that light bulb clicked from this video, which I know it did, gang, hit the like button, smash the subscribe button, and share the channel with your friends so they can chase the bag as well. Don't be stingy. As always, I'm Dr. Who, and I love the time and energy you guys send. Keep up the good work. You're getting closer to chasing this bag. Thank you, and I'll see you soon. Bags!